G'day Elf Trackers! What are we doing this week, Ash? What's the review on?
I don't know. Shed?
I've confused you. We're just set up at the caravan. So no, this week I figured we may as well do a long-term review, well, sort of long-term review on the LiTime batteries. I've seen that a hell of a lot of you guys are buying them now. So yeah, I figured it's probably about time I do a review to let you guys know if they're worthwhile you still spending your money on, or if I've changed my opinion, because you have seen of late, if things break, I do change my opinion, and I put up a video letting you know to stop buying it. So we'll be doing an in-depth review on those. Well, not an in-depth review, we'll be doing another review on them. If you want to watch the in-depth review, I'll put a thumbnail up here of my original video, which you can go and find, and in the description I'll have a link. But yeah, so we're going to do what? The good, the bad. You're meant to be talking.
No, I guess.
You're meant to be saying it.
And your thoughts?
And my thoughts. She's really good at being behind the camera as well. Yeah, so we'll do the good, the bad, and my thoughts on it, and sort of wrap up whether or not they're worthwhile buying. That way you're basically getting a true, honest opinion on what these are like. So yeah, this has been in here 4 months. I'll take it out and we'll whip over to the camp kitchen and we'll get into it. Let's get over there. So Ash just get really annoyed at me because I keep talking before. The stupid camera makes a beep and it's like 2 seconds before it starts recording. So I talk and it hasn't even started. Anyway.
Okay, you wasted 10 seconds of everyone's life then.
Let's get into it. So I do want to touch on, these guys do send me the battery for free. They don't give me any money, so I don't accept any money to do reviews because then it does get murky. I do get a little commission whenever you guys buy a battery that purely goes to help support the channel and keep it running. And it's like 20 bucks, so it's not enough for me to sell out to push something down your throat that's rubbish. If I was getting, you know, maybe 100 grand a video, I might try and sell something that's rubbish, but for 20 bucks, I'm not going to break my morals. So yeah, let's get into it, into the good first. You'll get to see I am going to touch on some bad things, which will show this is an honest review. So good first, the price. You cannot go past the price on these, I think. So this is the 200 amp hour plus version with the bigger BMS. And I think it's like somewhere like 580 bucks. I'll put it down below what it actually sells for. Versus the battery that came out of my caravan was a $1,600 battery. Now, if you're wondering, geez, that's a big difference in price, surely it can't be very good quality. The reason it's so cheap is you're paying wholesale prices. Versus with this battery or a hardcore or a red arc, you're paying retail prices. So to give you a quick overview, basically, a manufacturer makes the battery. They are on, these days, they're probably adding on 40% from cost, and that's their profit. So they sell it at 40% plus to a retail. The retailer then adds on 40% profit, and you end up at 1,500 bucks. You're skipping one part and you're just buying that initial part, which is why this battery, if it was sold at a shop, would be 1,500 bucks. But because you're buying directly from LiTime, you save yourself a hell of a lot of money. So the price is definitely a big winner on it. The next big winner is with the 200 amp hour plus, it allows you to charge at 200 amps. Most of your batteries, this one including, will top out at 100 amps. This one allows you to go 200. So if you've got a hell of a lot of solar on your roof, which a lot of caravanners are doing these days, plus your DC-DC charger, generally you'll be hitting over that 100 amp mark, and you'd have to go this battery to be able to get it in. The next big plus is that you can take 100% of this battery. 100% can be used time after time after time. So you're getting a full 200 amp hours versus, again, the more expensive battery, you can only use 80%, which is, I think, hopefully my maths is pretty good. That's 40 off, which is, what, 160 amp hour battery. So for your 1,500 bucks, you're only buying a 1,600 amp hour battery, 160 amp hour battery versus 200. So already you're seeing there is some massive, combining words, geez, I'm not going good today. There are some massive gains you can get by going into this battery. So, you know, it is just a battery, so there's not really too much more I can talk about it. Let's go into the bad.
No, God, please, no!
So a couple of things that I have noticed. With most of your batteries, as you've learnt, your positive and negative are on different sides, your terminals. So if you're swapping over in your caravan or in your car, unfortunately, because they put their positive and negative next to each other, you will have to rerun a cable. So it's not a big one. Should be a nice and simple fix. Just buy a cable and that's already terminated if you don't have all the materials to do it. So you can extend out your neutral or your positive, whichever one you need to extend. There's that negative, and the only other one to sort of touch on is, yeah, they're sort of still quite big. They're the old school sort of 200 amp hours, but does it matter? Honestly, like in your caravan, you don't see it. It doesn't weigh anymore. It's just that it's a little bit bigger. So in your caravan, honestly, the size doesn't matter. It's tucked away in that little portal. What do you care if it's big or small? Same within a car. If you're putting it in an allocated spot that's, this big, it doesn't matter if you're putting a battery in this big or this big. It's only in some scenarios that you may think, oh, geez, I would love a smaller one, and then I understand it. Apart from that, is there any other bad? Yeah, not that I can sort of think of. Bluetooth, they are now starting to come out with Bluetooth batteries. This one isn't Bluetooth, but that is obviously coming. That's the only thing, and Bluetooth's not everything. If you've got a battery management system, generally your battery management system has Bluetooth built into it anyway. But yeah, that's the bad. So what's that leave us with now?
Your overall thoughts.
My overall thoughts, which, geez, I can't wait to get this over and done with because I have sweat running down my back.
I am thinking here.
Okay, so overall thoughts, honestly, it hasn't let me down. Temperature, it's now, what are we in, like getting close to the 40s up here with 100% humidity? No problem. It has not sat there and gone, oh, it's too hot and stopped working. It's never been too cold and stopped working. I just haven't had any faults with it. So I can 100%, in all honesty, tell you guys, these batteries are worthwhile buying and saving some money. The company is actually really good at investing a lot of money into themselves to set up as a proper business. They're not just some Chinese guy sending batteries over to Australia with quite a dodgy website. It is really professional. In America, they're actually, I think they were in the top 5 on Amazon's most sold batteries. There's a couple of guys in the US, engineers, that have pulled these apart and looked at the inside components and seen that they're actually put together really well as well. So yeah, I honestly can't fault it, and I reckon your money is safe buying one of these. If you want one, help the channel out, use the discount code YARNS05. It'll save you some money, and it gives me a little bit of money to keep making these videos. One thing I forgot to say, I think they're that good that I actually have a second one. So our caravan is now going to go to 400 amps, but they're that good that I wouldn't have got another one. Can you actually see? There you go. So another brand new battery in there. I wouldn't have got another one unless it's actually working. And I reckon a good way to tell if a battery is worthwhile buying is if a YouTuber's putting it in their car and caravan. If you actually see it installed in there, it's good, because if it's not going to work, why would I put it in there? So yeah. Till the next one, like, comment, subscribe, let me know your thoughts. Let me know if you've got one and how it's going for you, because I know there's a hell of a lot of you that have bought it. So till next time, see ya.